So you guys have probably heard the term riches in niches. So basically what that means is if you can find a niche to sell in, you could make some money out of it. So did you know that on eBay, you can sell just one shoe? One single shoe. Not a pair, just one shoe. It's called an amputee. So let's talk about that niche. We'll talk about all the ins and outs here right now. So what is an amputee? As mentioned before, it's just one single shoe. It's one right, one left, of a various size, that sort of thing. Who is the customer for these? It is anyone that is literally an amputee, has one leg, one foot, that sort of thing. Sometimes it's, you know, somebody on some crutches. They're gonna be on them for a little while and they don't wanna wear out their good shoes, so they just need one single shoe to, you know, put some mileage on. Sometimes it's somebody that ruined a pair of shoes. Imagine this. Okay, imagine that you bought a brand new pair of Timberland boots and $130, $140, somewhere in there. And you get out of a cab, you step into a mud puddle, and that mud puddle has got oil in it. Like from all the other cabs, all the other cars driving down the street, that sort of thing. You step into it and you come out of it. So technically your shoe could be ruined at that point. It's gonna be tough. It's a suede. It's gonna be tough to get out. It's always gonna look, one shoe's gonna always look kind of a little gray, you know, all that sort of stuff. So what do? I mean, do you buy another pair of brand new Timberlands? You've got one good one essentially. So that is one of the customers that buy these sorts of things, is they buy literally just one shoe because they just need to replace one. So imagine paying 130 bucks and you found out that you can get a replacement shoe for 50 bucks instead of paying another $130 for, you know, shoes. So that's a customer. Somebody maybe got their shoe ruined by a pet. Maybe their dog literally ate their shoe. So, or you went on vacation and you thought you packed both of them, but you just packed one, either on the return trip or on the way there. Either way, and you're gonna be spending some time. So those are the customers that buy these sorts of things. So as of right now, if you look on eBay, there's literally about 1,200 plus listings right now for amputees. It's a smaller niche, but there's people definitely doing it. In fact, if you type in amputee into eBay on the search, it will auto-complete for you and autocomplete with the shoe category. So it's been in demand enough that eBay auto completes the sentence for you. So that way it's easy for people to find it. So here's the good thing. You get to sell one shoe, not for the full price necessarily, you know, that you would get for two shoes, but you can sell it somewhere in between. Typically one shoe also ships first class. It's typically light enough that it will ship first class depending on what it is. So you're cheap, it's a slow shipping option, and you're just able to unload essentially one shoe. So when you're out and about and you're thrifting or you're just buying merchandise, or if you have literally just one shoe, you can put it online. So now you can consider, like if you go into the Goodwill or you go into Salvation Army and you look at a pair of shoes and you see one shoe that's ruined, but the other shoe is looking pretty good, you could literally pick up that pair for cheap and just sell one of them and make your money back. This is especially good with high-end shoes, but it's also good with your standard bread and butter shoes too. So like if you're looking at Skechers or Fila's or Reeboks or that sort of thing, you can get rid of those for 15 to 20 bucks each in the ballpark and people are happy to pay it. It's a really good niche and a good option, and I get people that buy them all the time. I literally just had a guy the other day buy $100 worth of amputee shoes. So there's definitely a market for it and definitely a niche. Okay, so that's the good side of it. The bad side is that there's a vast majority of people on eBay that do not read.
Do not read.
Do not read.
So it's a phenomena that's on eBay, and people just order crap and just don't read it and stuff like that. So you're gonna get a fair amount of, can I cancel? You know, I didn't know, I didn't order, I didn't mean to order it, ordered by mistake, thought they were two shoes, blah, blah, blah. So you'll get all that sort of stuff. And then you'll get regrets after the fact that they'll literally go, oh, I didn't know I ordered one shoe. So you'll get both ends of the spectrum. So to protect myself, and what you'll see the vast majority of the amputee sellers do on eBay is they will do a no return policy. They will just go no returns. But what you'll see in their listing is they will go overboard on the description. It will be in the title, it will be in the condition notes. I mention it also 5 times in the description and go into explanation that this is only one shoe, this is not a pair of shoes, blah, blah, blah. And I go into all that, and then I only take a picture of one shoe. So I go into all this detail, and still you get messages all the time and stuff. So that's what you have to know going into this niche, is that you're gonna get people that bitch and complain. And some of the people are very understanding. Some of the people, like if I ordered something incorrectly, this is me personally, if I ordered something incorrectly, I would literally go,
I'm an idiot.
is there any way you can take this back? If they said no, I would be like, okay, you know what? I didn't read. But you get the spectrum of people that are pissed. The word unhappy is used a lot. So it's all that, right? So what I do is I do the no return policies. I usually do returns on everything, but in this case, the no return policy, because you know what? Like I figure if I've mentioned it 7 times, I've done my due diligence. If I was the only person selling this on eBay, then, you know, I'd go, you know, maybe, you know, I should adjust what I'm doing, but it's not. And that is part of selling on a niche, is you're in a detailed specific area online, and there's gonna be bitching and complaining. That is a niche. That literally is. I mean, I met a guy at a lunch one time that literally sold meteorites. He literally went around and used a metal detector, found strike locations where meteorites hit, and he would dig them up. Well, he had to authenticate those. So he didn't have anybody that he knew and that was online that could authenticate that sort of stuff. So he had to become the authority on it himself, read a bunch of books, stuff like that or whatever. So consequently, these are the things that actually go for a lot of money. And so you get people complaining to him all the time that it's like, how do you know? How do you know that this is a meteorite? Where is your proof? This does not look real to me. This stuff like that. So that's his niche, and that is going to come with any niche. So if you're not interested in finding a niche and selling a niche, then maybe it's not for you to handle the complaints. But if it is, then just know you got to go through the paces. You literally have to go and you be nice about it and go, hey, listen, no, I completely understand, but our policy is not to accept returns, and this is essentially why, and just be real nice about it. And hopefully that's the end of the conversation. If not, you'll just get unhappy again. I've never had anything go to eBay on this, so I've never had anything go past me on this, but you do have grounds to stand on. So you do have the listing, and you have mentioned it 7 times, no return and stuff. Now, if stuff ends up in eBay's lap for some reason, some sort of a dispute or something, obviously that's a crapshoot. So it depends on which damn customer service person you get, but you do have a leg to stand on. So don't feel like you shouldn't do this because you've got no grounds to sell anything like that. And you're straight up, you're literally like, this is one shoe. Here it is. Especially when you get into higher end shoes. I mean, come on now. I mean, you find a pair of Timberlands or Fry's or a Hunter boot, or you find something like that that's, you know, up $100 and more. I will get people that are happy to buy that too. So the other side of the coin is, yeah, you'll get the complaints, but you'll get people that'll be like, dude, you saved my bacon. I literally ruined this pair of shoes, and to be able to just find one right shoe, size 11, has been awesome. So that's it, man. I mean, that's the amputees. And like I said, it's all not rainbows and sunshine, and it's not Willy Wonka with chocolate rivers and candy and stuff like that, but there's money to be made. And literally when I do it, the way I ship it is I just ship it in a bubble mailer, and I always put a clear poly bag around every pair of shoe. So I give them the love and the attention of 2 pairs of shoes. You know, they're lonely, they're in the friend zone, they're by themselves, traveling alone, little shoes. A little shoe, sorry. And so I give them the same attention that I would anything else, but I ship it in a poly mailer or a bubble mailer, and it's cheap, it's first class, and off it goes. And then, you know, just see what happens at that point. But like I said, first class, can't beat it. And it's a way to unload some solo shoes, and it's also a way to consider inventory that you wouldn't normally consider, because you're looking at, say, a pair of shoes like that you would not make money on because it's a pair of shoes, and you go, you know what, let me split them up. Let's sell the 2 individually and see what happens. That's where you can make your money. So it's a niche, so buckle up for the ride. It's not easy, but yeah, it is a way to make money. And I probably have Man, probably have 200 amputees back there, probably somewhere. I mean, right there actually, not somewhere. So I've got plenty of amputees and I do it all the time. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a kind of a series I want to do on niches. So every once in a while when I can think of a niche that is good and worth sharing, I will do a video like this. And so like, subscribe, please. Let's grow this channel together. And I will keep sharing good info, hopefully that helps you guys out. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.